In summertime, the Skarloey Railway radiates life. The trees are green, and the birds sing from their branches without a care in the world. There is nothing more enjoyable than to sit in the shade beside the lake and feel the breeze and cool air. One summer, tourists flocked to the railway to take in the view and see the sights. The engines were kept busy pulling trains up and down the line. Hedge cutters had been busy too, trimming trees and bushes beside the railway so that passengers could see the view. Each evening, Rusty took some trucks up the line and carried away as many cuttings as he could. But he could only manage a few at a time, and as fast as he moved the cuttings, more took their place. One day, Peter Sam was helping Rusty clear the leaves and broken branches. "What a waste of time," he remarked. "The trees will just grow back and litter the rails with their leaves again anyway." "I don't know," replied Rusty. "If it makes the passengers happy, I don't mind the extra work." "Pah!" exclaimed Peter Sam. The next day, it was Peter Sam's turn to take the morning train. The coaches were full, but the rails were dry, and Peter Sam didn't mind the extra load. He puffed happily along until, rounding a bend, he found that during the night, a high wind had blown hedge cuttings across the rails. He stopped, and his driver and fireman got down. "We'll never get through that lot," exclaimed the fireman. "Pooh!" scoffed Peter Sam. "They're only little branches. Nothing to it. We'll simply push them aside." "Have it your own way," said his driver. "If we stop to clear up properly, we'll be here for ages, and some of the passengers might miss their train at the station." Peter Sam puffed bravely on. He went carefully at first, and the branches slid aside easily. Then came a stretch where the cuttings were brambles. Peter Sam began to regret his boasting. Not only were the thorns prickly, but they caught in each other, and the branches stayed firmly put. "Ouch!" exclaimed Peter Sam suddenly, and he stopped. "I can't move," he complained. The fireman got out to check. "It's no good," he said at last. "You've got brambles caught in your valve gear, and steam can't get into your cylinders. We'll have to pull the branches out." Peter Sam shuddered and prepared for the worst. The fireman put on thick gloves. Then, while he tried to clear what he could, the driver went to ask the guard if he had a pocket knife to cut the branches. Some of the passengers came to help too, but even then, the job took longer than expected. By the time Peter Sam was free of brambles, there was no hope of getting the passengers round the lake and back before their train left. Peter Sam's driver apologized to the passengers, but they didn't mind. "We enjoyed the adventure," they laughed. Peter Sam set off for home. On the way, they passed Rusty with a train of empty trucks. Rusty pulled his train up to where Peter Sam had gotten stuck. The men worked hard, and by afternoon, the line was clear for trains to run normally. Peter Sam's front felt uncomfortable for several days. The others laughed and teased him. "Take a snowplow next time," suggested Sir Handel, and they kept asking if he had a pocket knife ready in his cab. At last, Skarloey told them to stop. "I really can't think what all the fuss is for," remarked Duncan innocently. "They were only little branches after all. Nothing to get prickly about, surely."